It is me, your girl Labora Lee, aka Cat Lee, and
You have now tuned in to Ambitiously the podcast.
listen, we got some things to talk about. I want to get into it. And first things first, I'm going to say I have a question for you guys. Well, first, let me do this. Let me get you straight. Let me put you in the right mindset and where we are today and what we're doing. So today is what and when Wyatt Wednesday. Today is the day that we talk about the salacious stuff, the taboo stuff. Sometimes we get into the conversation of things that are still happening in the media as well, but we kind of cater it to this show and not necessarily being nosy. So that's that. So we have some things to get into today, but I do have a question for you guys. I posed a question if you are my friend on social media, and the question is this: how much is too much? And you'll see as we go through this show, because that question is going to come back up. How much is too much? And I left it an open ended because I had to answer this question earlier, which was, for what? And I left it an open ended question for a reason. And I'm going to explain that reason in 1 minute. But the first thing we have to do is pay the bills. So give me 15 seconds. I'll be right back.
Want last minute brand design help? Get top tier Fiverr freelance creatives at your fingertips fast with secure payments and 24/7 support. Head to fiverr.com today and get something started.
So I'm back. Hey, this one is get ready to be. This show is gonna be, but I'm gonna choose wisely because it's gonna be some of here, some of there. We're gonna talk about a few things. I have a few things that I have to get off my chest. Damn, let me refresh the screen real quick before we get into it because I need this screen right here. I will be sharing some audio today, but not a lot. So let's get into it. So the reason why I left it an open-end question because how much is too much can be, you know what I mean? It could apply in a good way and it can apply in a bad way, but it all depends on really how you take it. Like in my opinion, the bullshit that Kanye doing these days is too fucking much. It is, but we'll get to him too because we got a few things to talk about. I told you it's wired and it's wet. You see what I'm saying? So we're gonna add a little bit of this, like a little bit of that. Let's get with the wire first, and then I'll save the wet for later. That way, I won't have to censor myself too much. So the first thing I want to talk about today, again, what's too much? Is, and this is one of those things, in my opinion, that is too much. But listen, so Scooby-Doo character Velma Dinkley confirmed to be a lesbian in the new Trick or Treat movie. That's too much. Listen, what happened to the days where we were young kids and we would get up on Saturday morning and watch Scooby-Doo and we did not have to worry about them bringing sexuality into it? I swear, I promise you, I don't have anything against anybody's sexuality. But what I do have a problem with, and I'm gonna be honest with you, is pushing the agenda on the children. I have a problem with that. I'm sorry. I really, really do. I do. And like I said, I'm an adult, so and I have fun and I do my thing, whatever it is that I'm supposed to be doing. But the one thing you will never see me doing is pushing my agenda of what I am onto another child. Onto children. Scooby-Doo is a cartoon. So are you saying now that Scooby-Doo is not for children anymore? Because I promise you, my daughter wouldn't watch Scooby-Doo anyway. She ain't into that kind of stuff. But why is that in the cartoon? Why does it matter that she likes a girl? That should be a non-fucking I'm sorry, I'm cussing early. I'm not supposed to be cussing just yet. That should be a non-factor. Why is that agenda being pushed on our children? That's what I want to know. But I digress, y'all. But for me, that's too much. I'm gonna just be honest with you. It is. Like, I don't want you to tell my daughter what she's going to be. I want her to figure out what it is that she wants to be when she gets older. And that includes sexuality. I want her to figure it out. It's not even for me to figure it out because I'm not living her life, but you pushing these agendas and it's getting on my last freaking nerves. I promise you it is. Wait a minute. Let me see what people talking about. But it's getting on my last freaking nerves. I promise you. I do. Because I don't feel like that's something that should be pushed on a child. I don't. So that's that. What else we got going on? Okay. So what is too much? I told you I was going to keep posing this question this evening. Leave a comment. Oh, hold on. Let me do this real quick before I move on. Do you want to support the show? There are different ways to support the show. You can cash app. The information is on the screen. You can share, like, and subscribe. We appreciate the free support and we appreciate the monetary support. So, hold us down. Hey, girls. Hey. I think my baby's right there. Y'all see them on the screen. Support them too. Go check out their podcast. It's a dope podcast. I love them. I love what they're doing. I love the movement that they've created outside of their podcast. They created a space for us podcasters. I rocks with them. I got mad love for them. That's my family in Detroit. Shout out to them. Hi, babies. But anyway. Again, the theme of the show really is because we gotta set some shit straight. Sometimes people get in my stop and we gotta set them straight. And this is one of them times where they need to be set straight. Sometimes you're doing too much. So what's too much? You know what's too much? Candace Owens. That's who's too much. Now, I told y'all last episode. Yeah, it was last episode because we talked about Kanye and this White Lives Matter bullshit he got going on, right? Yeah. So I told y'all, Candace has always been too much, in my opinion. Thanks for the love, boo. She's always been too much, in my opinion. And with that White Lives Matter situation, it's coming back into play because it's not going to leave until we get some things settled. So as long as we got to talk about it, we're going to talk about it. Like I said, some people get it messed up and it's time to us to straighten this shit out, y'all. I'm tired of the bullshit. But Candace Owens, she is too much. She is too much. She is so much too much that if I saw her, I'm shutting up because that can get me in trouble. I don't like her though. Just put it like that. Y'all know where I was going at next with it though. But Candace Owens says someone should have a White Lives Matter shirt for Lizzo. Could have gotten a lot of attention about the obesity. Why? I always have a problem with people thinking, I say this a lot. I did. I'm sorry, y'all. Sinus season. I say this a lot, which is, why is it that you feel like you have more right or control over somebody else's life? If Lizzo wants to be obese, Candace, what business is it of yours? You're doing too much. It's too much. Her life don't have nothing to do with yours. If she wanted to be slick, she could talk about how you don't love yourself as a Black woman. It's too much. It's too much. You and Kanye, I promise you, y'all just need to go ahead. I think, who said that? Somebody said, oh, Boosie said it. Boosie said it. Go ahead and bleach your skin, baby. And just be over there. Just be over there. Don't, because y'all not helping our people. What about what you said how you think that's helping her? How? I would like to know, how do you think that helps her? You think she's listening to your opinion about what you feel about herself? It's too much. So yes, it's too much. Too much. So yeah, I just had to let y'all know how I feel about Candace. I don't like this girl. I'm gonna save that so we transition. Y'all knew it was coming. It always do. There's things that I have to do at certain times. So yeah, Candace, you doing too much. I wanted to, this actually just came up in my timeline earlier, and I thought it was a compelling story, cautionary tale, almost even. And it's needed for the society right now that we live in, because y'all out here going bonkers. So A gentleman who is in prison shared a message, and I think it's one of the so the inmate shares a deep message after doing 7 years. He had to let this we you gotta let it soak in. So what he said is 5 minutes cost me 7 years of my life because I made a permanent decision of a temporary emotion. A lot of us do that because we be doing too much. um 1 minute thought of being disrespected, 3 minutes brawl in a club, 1 minute shooting, 5.5 year prison bid, 1.5 DOC and parole, Department of Correction and Parole. Missed my son's birth and first 5 birthdays. Missed my daughter's birthdays from 3 to 8. $4,000 in legal costs, etc., etc. One emotional decision that took 5 minutes to execute took almost 10 years away from me and my kids. Be careful when making decisions and in emotional emotions. The trade off is rarely worth it. Man. So in other words, he said it's too much. It's too much. I felt that very, very compelling, and I couldn't do this show without conveying that message, because a lot of, like, if you could tell that to, like, because this show is for the adults and some people younger might check it out or whatever, but as an adult, if you are an adult, and you know some younger people, that is a cautionary tale that you could give to them to tell them, like, all right, we gotta, because when you're young, you don't have no sense, and you also do too much. But it is what it is. I digress. Just that was a good cautionary tale. Um, Walmart be doing too much too. Let me tell you why. Why Walmart be doing too much? Because it's always a fight in Walmart, right? But this particular situation, Walmart employees fight over store manager who allegedly is sleeping with both of them. Ladies, one thing that, because you're doing too much, and it is too much. One thing that I've never been keen on, like, I'm not gonna fight over a man. I never will. And I never want a man to fight over me. That's why I've never put anybody that I've been in a relationship with in that position. And I'm thankful that they never put me, although a couple of times it almost happened, but I'm grateful that it never went that way for me either. And the only reason why it almost happened, because she was doing too much, not me. I don't fight over men. If by chance he decides that he needs something else to kick it, you can't be over here fighting over people. That goes for men too. Like, if it's meant to be, it'll be. Like, it's just, you're doing too much. It's just too much. So what is too much? That shit is too much. Fighting over people that obviously, are not ready for what you're ready for. You're doing too much, baby. What is too much? That is too much. But we're gonna get them straight. I said we're gonna spend some time today getting little shit that wired me straight, because it made me feel some kind of way. Like, really? You fighting over a man? And that's just store manager. So now you lost your job. Too much. And you never really had him in the first place, and you done fought with this other female. Now y'all probably gonna have beef forever because you're doing too much. I'm just saying. Let's keep it moving. So some footage actually popped up of a situation. White people, I don't want to put this on camera because I don't believe that anybody should be treated in this way. But if there is a cautionary tale for people of non-color, and I love everybody. I don't have no feelings against anybody. My godmother is a woman of non-color, and I love her more than I love anything. Well, not anything, because I love my daughter more than I love. I don't know. I love God more than I love anything, but it's a pecking order. Anyway, but a situation happened where in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where a gathering had happened, And an officer kneeled on the teenager's neck and knocked him out while restraining him at the state fair. Um, we all know the dangers of kneeling on somebody's neck. George Floyd. We watched that happen. That's why I won't play it on my screen because that's not something that I would like to share on my platform. But I will talk about it. So the situation is being investigated. And when I say these, actually, I could play the audio real quick so you guys can understand what I'm saying real quick because a lot was going on and it was definitely too much. But to you it might not be too much, but for me it was too much. So let me play this audio really quick. All right, we connected. So you guys can get a feel of what I am talking about. That's why I said, like, when do you try to make me explain to him, and I'm like, it's an open-ended situation because I got a variety of things that I want to talk about in a too much category. Okay, is this it? I think this is it, right? Yep, this is it. So I'm gonna let y'all hear. I'm just not gonna let y'all see. All right, let's make sure everything is turned up. Hold on. All right, there we go.
That's ridiculous, y'all. He's a fucking kid. Hey, he's a fucking kid, y'all. He's a fucking kid. The fuck's the matter with y'all? What the fuck's the matter with y'all? Hey, what the fuck is happening here? What the fuck is happening? Get off that kid's fucking neck, dude. Sir, do something about this. Do something about this. Do something about this, sir. What is your name?
This ends up on fucking TV.
What the fuck is going on here, man?
That's enough of that. I can't. What I will say is, for the first time probably ever, they probably felt what we felt when we witnessed that situation with George Floyd. So yeah. Yeah. So I want to transition over to, it was too, oh, by the way, that was definitely too much. But I want to transition over to the taboo side of things. We're going to transition smoothly, though, because this young lady says this, and I want y'all to hear what she says. And then we got a lot more to talk about in the too much category. But listen to this. Hold on. Turn that back up.
Of the, do you know what I mean? Like,
You're
I'll
the
be what's
breadwinner.
known.
You're the legend.
I'm the legacy.
That is fucked
The
up.
male energy
Poor
is
guy.
fucking real.
Dude, it's so
'Cause
hard.
that's something like we
She's-
always
I need
dreamed of
somebody
coming
to
up.
like
Could you
sit me down and be like,
So
shut
you
up.
need a beta.
No, I don't. I
You
need
do.
somebody to tame it.
There's no
I need
chance that an
someone to
alpha.
tame me.
There's no alpha that's gonna be okay with having a child that doesn't have
So if
his
they
last name.
provide, if they
I
can
agree.
convince me, if they're like,
I'm sure they will.
they gotta be that
That's
man,
part of
and
the
then,
ritual.
and then I'm like,
That'll
yes,
cause some
daddy.
serious issues.
I guess until I'm willing to give up my last name, I know they're not the one. I think that'll be the thing.
But you don't think you're asking a lot?
That's terrifying.
No,
for a
because
man to
because
do.
I
So
didn't
Really?
work my whole fucking life to take a man's last name and be like it be forgotten. I show my butt.
Okay. So we're going to get her off the screen real quick. So what is your opinion on that, ladies and gents? Fellas, how do you feel about a woman wanting to marry you but not wanting to take your last name? Furthermore, how do you feel about a woman not wanting to give your children your last name? Me personally, I'm gonna give my opinion on it because I feel like she might be doing too much. You feel me? Now let me reiterate. If I was to get married again, I'm definitely gonna take my husband's last name. I think that I would do like a hyphen thing, though, only in honor of my biological father because he did pass away in 2019. So I want something because I want something of him to still be here. You feel me? So, but the last name would be my husband's last name. You know what I'm saying? Any children, if I bore fruit from him, if I gave him children, any children that I had would have his last name as well. Even my daughter's father, my daughter has her father's last name and not mine. Although I could have went that route, it's just in my mind, the child, whether it be a boy or a girl, should keep the father's legacy going. You feel me? That's kind of like how you knew he was here. So yeah, I don't know how. I can't tell anybody how to feel, but I definitely am one of those type of people that just, if I'm marrying him, then I want to have his last name, but everybody has their different individual feelings about it. But I also don't think that, I don't think that that's something that you should probably discuss. I don't know. I mean, well, we discuss all kinds of shit on podcasts and the internet and all of that good shit, but I don't know, because that can kind of like deter somebody. Like, y'all, he probably want to be with you, but he's like, all right, but you're not even gonna take my last name. Why on earth would I stay here? You don't want my last name. So that's that. Oh, y'all, if y'all don't see my mic like I normally do, I get tired of the shadow, so I put it up a little bit higher. So yeah, I get married again though. I'm definitely taking my husband's last name, and my thought process in that is, if I was to get married again, for me, not for anybody else, but for me, that is the last time I'm getting married, because I'm not gonna be having a whole bunch of husbands. The next person I marry is the last person I'm marrying, and we gonna be old together. That's it. So I don't know. Tell me how y'all feel about that though. So also, I told you we were gradually shifting into the taboo stuff. So recently, dance hall queen, artist, whatever you want to call her, Spice, was on the Angela Yee's, because my last name is Lee. She's Yee. Angela Yee's lip service podcast show. And she has some very interesting things to say about masturbation. So I want y'all to listen to this real quick. Hold on. It's coming. Be patient.
Like to play with yourself? Was that ever an issue?
So I used to play with myself, but when I got older and I found out what comes with it, I stopped.
What comes with it?
Yeah. I don't want people to think I'm crazy.
Yeah, we want to know.
But it's there. When you masturbate, you're having sex with a sex demon, like,
Really? I never heard that.
Pull it up on your phone. It's a sex demon called Incubus. Incubus and Succubus. So you have a male sex demon and a female sex demon.
Okay.
So when you masturbate, you're having sex with a male sex demon.
Wow.
And it also will be in a relationship with you and cause problem in your actual relationship.
Is that demon masturbation?
I don't know. Maybe problem in my actual relationship, but I masturbate a lot.
Yeah, my love. You have to look more than
here we go. It's on Twitter. Masturbation is sex with demons. It defiles and destroys your body.
To Satan and sex.
I think you could. Now, was it taboo to masturbate?
All right. So this one kind of touchy for me, because first of all, that wasn't even a thought in my mind before I heard that. And then the whole thing. Okay, I'm not going to let's just say the job that my dude has, it causes him to travel sometimes. It does. And so for me, if he's not here, then I'm going to do it myself, because I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else but him. That's just what it is. But now you telling me it's a whole demon that I'm because I'm masturbating, I'm having sex with a demon. That scares the shit out of me. And it's almost like, so do I stop? I don't know what to do with this information. I don't. I really, really don't. But again, what she just said in the clip was that it was on Twitter. So do you take it with a grain of salt? Like, I don't know how to feel about this. I might have to do some studying and figure it out. And then, do I have to stop? I might gotta stop masturbating. And I hate the idea of that, because I be horny. And if my baby can't do it, I just feel like I do it myself until he can do it. So it's just, it's exhausting with the thought. And y'all know how I feel. Like, I'm very, very, I don't want to say open, but I like to keep it spicy and I like to talk about these things because it's very important to our adult lives. But now she got me like, what? So if I masturbate, I'm having sex with a demon. I don't want to have sex with no demon. So yeah, y'all tell me if she doing too much or is it too much or is she on to something? I would really like to know how y'all feel about that because that kind of messed me up a little bit. Like, what? Are you serious? And then they start looking it up and I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit. What am I gonna do? I can't be having sex with no demons, man. And I don't want a demon to come in between me and my boo. I'll let it go before I let that happen, but it's kind of hard work out here, ladies. It's hard work, especially when you're a faithful woman. You got to do something until he can get to you. So it is what it is. Y'all, why they out here? So is this too much? Why in other countries now are they using Lil Baby's lyrics to learn English? I do not think, for my peoples in other countries that listen to this podcast, because we do have a nice arrangement of people who do listen to this podcast, okay? And some of those places speak English, but some of those places have parts that don't speak English. But one of my advice is going to be to you is do not use Little Baby as an example of how to speak English. Get Rosetta Stone. What's that other one? There's a few apps that you could get on your phone to speak proper English. I would never learn English from somebody whose name is Lil Baby. First of all, that's not his real name. That's his stage name, but whatever. Stage moniker, but whatever. I would never, ever use him as an example on how to speak English. I repeat, I would never, ever use him as an example on how to speak English. But let me give y'all some. This is what she's using.
Jet ski. We on them jet ski. With them jet ski. In the middle of the winter and we on them jet ski. In the middle of winter and with them jet ski. We in Miami in the middle of the winter and we on them jet ski. We in Miami in the middle of the winter and we on them jet ski. We in Miami in the middle of the winter and we on them jet ski. We in Miami in
Let's get rid of that. Yeah. When I say don't use Lil Baby as an example, don't use Lil Baby as an example. Go get Rosetta Stone or something. That'll probably be better. Too much these rap girls right now. They're getting on my nerves. It's too much. And all of them grown, acting like they don't got no damn sense. I have a problem with that. That's too much. Like, sit down somewhere. Make them go to the studio and put it on wax. All this, listen, we got Cardi B showing up to the Bronx when I don't know where she was supposed to be. Was she supposed to be in the Bronx? Well, I guess she'd be wherever you want to be. But you pulling up and it's some on-site shit with another female rapper. It's getting to be too much. And then it makes it so nobody wants to deal with y'all, listen to y'all. And it's a generation of, don't let my age fool you. I'm a hip-hop head. So I can't get into what you got going on because it's too messy, y'all. Like, y'all doing too much. Too much. What is too much? What is it? There are a lot of celebrity divorces on the rise right now. And, I'll say what I'll say about that. And then I'll get back to that in a second. I might save that for maybe or maybe Friday. But you have Tia Mowry. Or is it Tamara? One of them. The sister, Tia. I was right. So you have Tia getting a divorce, and she was with her husband for 14 years, which is a lot longer. So before y'all put y'all mouths in her business, let me just say this, which is a lot longer than some of y'all have lasted in just a regular relationship. They spent 14 years together. They are getting a divorce. As a woman who's been through that situation herself before, I say it is a hard situation. Let them two figure out what it is that they got going on and how they, going to make it work. I just let them do what they got to do. What's too much is not them getting divorced, because people get divorced every day, B. But what's too much is how invested a lot of motherfuckers are in this divorce. Like, you don't know what happened. Like, it's people out here claiming he was cheating. Sometimes people just grow apart, and that's okay. And I find that the people who are not in the cheating scandals, and it's not domestic V word, because I gotta watch my mouth, YouTube. What I will say is, what I find that those people that just realize that they've grown apart usually make the best of friends later. But the speculation is too much for me. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but the speculation is way too much. Like, let them figure out what they got going on. Now, what's not too much is this next thing, and I'm very proud of him for using the platform for what he used it for. So let me play this really quick. It don't got me wired. It just got me hopeful. So I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play the audio. I'm not gonna play the visual because I don't want to get in trouble. And this did happen at the Hip Hop Awards ceremony. So check this out.
Rappers call yourselves real. Turn around, tell these kids to kill each other. You see, the problem is we our biggest odds. I'm done pointing fingers at the judges and the cops. It's time to take accountability. From Scott LaRock, Big L, Biggie and Pac, X and Nit, King Von and Pot, Young Dog, now PNB Rock.
You better get him. You better get him, Joey Badass.
How many more names I gotta drop?
Amen. Hello. Let me tell y'all something why I love that moment, that particular moment, because a lot of times people, you know, they don't use their platforms for a message that is more positive than negative. This is one of those times where a person used the message, use that message where it was supposed to be used, use it the right way. Like, you're a young MC coming up. Stop telling people to go out here and bring harm to each other. How are we supposed to make it as a humanity? And like in humanity, like how are we supposed to make it if we're all out here doing harm to one another? So big shout out to Joey Badass. Like, I thought that message was everything. And y'all spreading the message of bringing harm to one another, you're doing too much. Was he doing too much? Not in my opinion. I think he was doing exactly what he was supposed to be doing. Spreading a message, a positive message to those who needed that message. Who's not spreading a positive message? Candace Owens, outraged about, what did she say? Saying Black Americans should be more outraged about obesity, abortion, and crime. Listen. Stop thinking y'all got, man, whatever. I don't like her, y'all. She get on my last nerve. Which was doing too much. You know, everybody being in this. Yeah, I'm invested in this story a little bit because it's a lot of intrigue in this story, right? It's a lot of intrigue. It's almost like a soap opera, a little bit. This Nita Long story and her fiance and all of that stuff. I'll say this. A lot more is coming out about this case. People have their opinions on whether or not she should have left him. I'm going to say the same thing I said about the whole Beyonce and Jay-Z situation. You can't tell her what she should do with her life. You're doing too much. Too much for me, anyway. Oh, yo, but I got a funny story. So, I gotta get back to this Cardi B shit. But this is different. This is a little different, and I'm gonna play it because listen. So, all right. I don't know if I reported that. Well, I did. I believe I reported that Cardi is not playing about her money. She out here like, itch better have my money for real. But as I was scrolling and being nosy, as I normally do, and I'll get back to that in a second. Is it? No, it's not in here, so I have to go where I was going. As I was scrolling and being nosy, something popped up in my phone, and so I was like, what? So, here we go. I have to play this only because it's funny. So, Cardi B begins collection process and discovers that YouTuber, blogger Tasha K only has $1,083.02 in her bank account. But then, so that's one thing. It's deeper than that though, because she always do not. Well, both of them always do too much. I promise you. But listen to this real quick. Listen to what Tasha had to say today. Listen, take a gander. Just listen. It's coming.
All right, Wino, gang, and whiners. I know y'all be watching me. Let me put this water down, okay? Listen.
Now this is on IG.
Right? For my last $1,083. Okay, I just count that news out there is really real. I came from Africa off the plane, and that's what I saw in the bank. But listen, I could use it, but I'm gonna give it to you. And the reason I'm gonna give it to you is because I feel that what you will need it for is way more important than what I could use it for. Okay, I got $4 million plus other debts, but guess what? I think you could do a lot more with the money than I can. So what you're gonna do, right? We're gonna run a little contest. You're going to upload a video. You're going to tag me, and you're going to tell me in the video what you're going to use the money for. And on Sunday, October 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, we're going to announce the winner on my platform of the $1,083 that I'm taking.
This shit is getting out of pocket. It's getting to be too fucking much, y'all. All right, so yeah, that's what's going on with them too. I just had to bring that to light real quick because it was kind of crazy, and that went up today. But also, let's get into this. This is another portion of my too much. Just listen. And ladies, this is very important because a lot of times we fall short in doing what this young lady is talking about, but it's very important to listen to her message. So we're going to listen to it. Hold on. Here we go.
If I'm running from the you have to automatically know that it hurts. You know what I mean? I feel like some men are like, oh yeah, she's running from the let me keep going. It's like, whoa, holiday. But she's running. But I will say that I want women to be a little bit more vocal about what they like and don't like. Yeah. So if he's going too deeper, he's going too deep and it's hurting, you got to speak up. Like, ouch, stop that. Because it's like, now you're being fucked on because now it's not comfortable for you anymore. And I think this is something I always say to women, like, stop being fucked on. And fucked on means like you're not getting any more, there's no pleasure in it anymore. And now you're doing everything to please him. And I know that some women are natural pleasers, and I am too, but make sure you're getting pleased too. Don't get fucked on because you're trying to just please him. So if it's uncomfortable for you or things are not like, you're not really comfortable what he's doing or you have to speak up. Don't get fucked on.
All right, so I'm going to say this. I agree with her a lot in this situation. Not so much the fucked on part, but more so, a lot of times us as women, because it's like with fellas, it's different. They got an outie, we got an innie, right? And they don't feel like sex doesn't feel the same for every fucking body. Like what a man feels compared to what a woman feels is totally different. Men have balls. We do not. That's the difference between men and women. Men have a penis. Women have a vagina. The man has to insert that penis into the woman's vagina, and that's how they both get pleasure. But sometimes, fellas, and just a little word of caution, there are things that happen while you're having intercourse. For example, there are times where, y'all getting it in and it's intense. And I'm just giving you, I'm only giving you from experience. But sometimes y'all be getting it in and it'll get real intense. And maybe, just maybe, a pocket of air get in there because of how, you two were moving. You feel me? Air in there does not feel good at all. Just you moving a certain kind of way, like you might pull it out and then go back in real quick. You feel me? And then the pocket of air gets in there. That air hurts. It hurts really, really bad. So you thinking like, oh, well, no, it hurts. You might get in there, some kind of crack, and it doesn't feel good. You might hit the spot that's uncomfortable. It's not that she can't take the D. It's just that we are built differently in the inside. Our shit is in the inside. Y'all shit is on the outside. How would you like it if somebody came and kicked you in the balls or kicked you in and kicked you in your private area? It doesn't feel good. So be mindful for us that not everything feels good. I've had instances where, but see, if it don't, like, sometimes I'll be like, all right, whatever. I might not. Well, I don't have that happen often. I'm sorry. It's a gnat in here and it's bothering me. But it doesn't happen often for me, but it's happened. Where I've been, intimate with my partner and some air got in there and that'll fuck the whole game up. You feel me? But at the same time, it's not his fault. It's not my fault. We were just having intense sex. And an air pocket got in there and it made me hurt on the inside. So, you know what I mean? I think that us as a people, like, us as men and women, we should be able to have those discussions about, no, I don't want to do that just yet. We should be able to have those discussions about the things that turn us on and the things that turn us off. And yeah, man, like, it's not anybody's fault. It's just shit happens. And especially if you in the heat of the moment and it's getting good and nobody's paying attention to really like how you maneuvering, and shit happens. And sometimes, yeah, it gets a little painful. So I got a couple more things on my list to talk about really quick. I thought I had this other thing. I'm going to finish the show with a positive message before I get out of here because I admire this young lady a lot. She's been doing her thing and I see her and I like to acknowledge. But I was looking for this one clip that I had and I thought it went in here, but it didn't. I'm like, oh man. Okay, so this is another fun clip that's coming up, so I want you to hear what this lady has to say. Listen up.
Fat men last longer. According to SoWeTanLive.com, fat guys last on average over 3 times as long in the bedroom. A Turkish study looked into the average performance times of men. Fat men could keep going for an average of 7 minutes, 18 seconds, while skinny guys, 108 seconds. They probably say, like, just when you feel like you want it. I figured out why dad bods is popping. Fat men last longer.
So that's what they said. Fat men last longer. I don't know about that. My dude, he ain't fat. He's skinny as fuck, but he lasts. he lasts was good for me. I don't know, ladies. What is with us and this last long with like? I don't know that I want to, like, back when we was young, we thought it was cool. Like, oh, I need him to last for this amount of time, and I need him to last for that amount of time, and I think that, I've learned over the years, like, after a while, I'm going to get tired too. So I don't need him to last hours and hours. I need us to last as long as we're going to last. I'm putting no time frame on that shit. When we do what we do, we doing what we do. And I ain't put no time frame on it. I promise you I will not. What I will say is I want it to be good. I want it to be strong, and I want by the end of the night, by the time we finish all day, whenever because I don't want it all. It don't always got to be nighttime. Sometimes we get a pop in the daytime too. But I want it to be strong. I want it to be, you know what I mean? I want some stamina in there, but it does not have to be hours and hours and hours and hours. No, how about we get it in for however how long it lasts? I don't even keep time on how long, sex lasts these days. But however long it lasts, take a nap, go back at it again. You feel me? I'm for that shit. I don't all that lasting and last longer. Yeah, okay. If it's good, it don't gotta last forever. I'm just saying, when it's good, it lasts however long it's supposed to last. You're gonna come, he's gonna come, everybody's gonna come, and everybody's gonna be happy. Y'all gonna go to sleep, y'all gonna wake back up, and if it was good, y'all gonna do it again. That last long shit though bothers me. So yeah, people are crazy. But that's what's said. Like, fat men last longer than skinny men. I don't think I ever really dated a fat man, though. I dated, thick men, stocky men. I never dated a fat man, so I don't know. And then at the same time, who wrote that? Who did the poll? Who wrote the questions for the poll? Who did the poll? And it's probably a fat man that don't like skinny dudes, but it is what it is. Listen to this. So we got some more to talk about, and I'm gonna get my opinion on it. Hold on, I wanted to let it. Hold on, let me get out of here, and then let it come back. Listen.
Therapy, but forget the therapy. Guess what? You need to take time. No, forget all that mental. You need time. Everybody's time frame is different. It may take my leg a year to heal. It may take yours 6 months. But jumping into a next relationship is, my opinion, terrible advice.
I agree.
Trying to go do anything that's not focusing on rebuilding yourself or rebuilding that leg.
You know what you bring to the table and know what your opportunities are after that injury.
When you tear your ACL, they can pull ahead and pump their chest and put it.
This argument is, did you love your ex too much to the point where you cannot move on? Honestly, I've never been at that point where I've loved somebody that much that I couldn't move on after we've broken up. I won't allow myself to get to that point where I'm sick or I can't get my life together, or I can't move on with life because we're not together no more. Like, I like to tell people this. You cannot bring, I'm quite sure a lot of people have told people this, but you can't make somebody happy. You can add to their happiness, and I've said it on this podcast a couple of times. You can add to their happiness, but you can't make them happy. Their happiness is within them. Now you can accentuate their happiness. You could put them in a place where they're, very, comfortable and feeling loved and all of that good stuff. But if they don't love themselves, how you gonna make how they're never gonna ever be able to, if they don't love themselves, then they will never understand the love that you have for them. So that's first. Second, if you allow somebody to have that much hold over you, you're never, you can't allow anybody to have that much hold over you. Breaking up is a very hard thing to do. It hurts, and especially if you really, really love the person. Take some time for yourself after the breakup, though. That's a very, very important. I agree with him on that. Take some time after you break up to get you together, because you got to figure out life. And I do agree that jumping into a whole new relationship is a bad idea. I do. A relationship. I'm not saying don't do your thing, don't go have fun, but jumping into a relationship with somebody else immediately is a horrible idea. That saying they used to say back in the day, the best way to get over one person is to get a new one. That's not true. Because the person that you're getting, you bringing all that baggage, all that bullshit you had going on to them. So that's not a great idea. Now, before I show love, I want to share this last message, because it is a positive message, and she inspired me with this message. So
full circle moment, and realized that I was living under the umbrella of my trauma.
Now, this is Pinky Cole.
What I mean when I say that is I had a father that spent majority of my life in prison, right, and then got deported.
Oh my gosh, y'all, it hopped off. Hold on.
Deported to Jamaica. So we've never been on American soil together at the same time. Yeah. Then I had a mother who I saw work so much. So she was never always physically home, but she made sure that she took care of the home. Right. So I had this thought in my mind that I got to make it, because I don't want to live like how I grew up. Now, we didn't grow up poor. We grew up in a middle-class family, but I knew that I wanted so much bigger for my life. Yeah. So when I started to get all of these things, and I'm asking, like, why me? Why me? Why not me? Yeah. Right? Like, why not you? Why can't I be one of the most talked about entrepreneurs? Why can't I have a multi-million-dollar company? Yeah. I think that as Black people, sometimes we don't feel like we deserve the blessings that we get, right? Because of the perceptions that society puts on us. Yeah. But at the end of the goddamn day, I'm here. I have arrived. It belongs to me. It is mine. And now I'm going to embrace it and show people like some.
So, yeah, that was Pinky Cole, Baltimore native. Now she doing her thing everywhere in the world. I can't even just say Atlanta. She doing her thing and if you don't know who Pinky is, she is the founder of Slutty Vegan, right? That is a very inspiring message. That's why I played it, and I wanted something positive to offset some of the negative shit that we play on this podcast from time to time. The reason why it inspires me is, one, like, again, she's from here, from where I'm from, and her message was amazing because, as we do, like, we do have this tendency as a people to be like, oh, okay, well, I do this myself. I've done it this year. Where it's like, okay, these good things are happening. Something bad is going to happen. And my significant other has to tell me, stop thinking like that. Because in my mind, it's like, I can't, I'm so used to the bottom dropping out. And I'm so used to people telling me I can't have this or I can't do this. But then speaking with him, it made me realize that if I'm projecting that on myself, then my daughter sees it as well. And then she thinks that she's limited to this. And then I get upset when somebody tells, as kids do, I want to do this and I want to do this and I want to do this. And people telling her, well, you can't do all of those things. You can only do one of those things. So choose one and be happy with it. That's not how I want to raise my daughter. That's not the thought process that I want her to do. Like, my daughter is into, she's into music to an extent. She's into art. She's very into art. And then she also wants to work for NASA. And in my mind, she's going to go to work at NASA during the day or whatever her schedule is for NASA. Then she's going to get off and be like, oh, shoot, I forgot. I got to finish, my art piece. And then from there, she's going to go and play her instrument at a club. And I'm going to be right there at the gig like, yes, baby, get it. But that's in my mind. I ain't pushing her, my ideas of what she should be doing on her. She's young, so she probably will change her mind a couple times. But at the same time, I'm never going to tell her that she can't do all the things that her heart sets, all the things that her little heart desires. And that's where we as a people always wind up getting lost in the sauce. You can do it. Anything that you want to do in your life, anything that you feel like you should have, do it, have it. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't do it. This is probably why I do this, because I don't want nobody telling me I can't do it. And as we grow, like, I see that I can do it, and I love what I do. So, Pinky, thank you for that message, girl. We needed that. We need more of that kind of inspiration. But I gotta show some love because it's getting late in this podcast, and it's only an hour long. So I'm gonna get to it. Let's go. Top 5 countries. Gotta show them love first because they show the most love. But I love you all of you the same, equal love across the board. But gotta show love. The United States, of course, my country. I love you. Hi, babies. Thank you for the love. France, thank you for the love, my day ones. I love you guys. Thanks. Germany, thank you for the love, babies. I'm gonna learn some German so I can speak to y'all one day. India, I love you. Thank you, darlings. Brazil, they not on this time. You didn't hear that part yet. The UK. Thank you, babies. I see how y'all show me love, and I appreciate you so much. Now, I can get to everybody else. Brazil, big love to you. Netherlands, big love to you. Singapore, big love to you. South Africa, big love to you. Spain, I love you. Thank you. Philippines, thank you. I love you. Belgium, thank you. I love you. Australia, thank you. I love you. Japan, thank you. I love you. Mexico, thank you. I love you. Ireland, thank you, I love you. Nepal, thank you, I love you. Mauritius, thank you, I love you. Israel, hi babies, thank you, I love you. Canada, Hong Kong, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I'm not done though. I'm not done. Hold on, give me a second. Russia, thank you. I don't know how that happened, but thank you, Russia. Switzerland, thank you, I love you. Hi, Switzerland. Turkey, thank you, I love you. Australia, thank you, I love you. And Austria. I'm sorry, not Australia. Austria, thank you, I love you. I appreciate it, and I see y'all. I love you guys so much. Thank you. You excite me. San Jose, I see y'all coming back. Y'all like, ain't nobody taking y'all spot. Y'all been day ones, and so it is what it is. So this is my cities. San Jose started with me from the time I started this podcast, and they've been riding with the girl ever since. So I appreciate you, San Jose. I love you. Thank you. Columbus, Ohio. Thank you. I love you. Baltimore, Maryland, my city. You know I love you. France, I love you because y'all always hold a girl down, but I'm not gonna butcher the name of the city. I refuse. I absolutely refuse. Spring Valley, Nevada, because Nevada always be holding it down. I see y'all. Y'all be doing y'all thing. Frankfurt, Germany. Hi, Frankfurt. Also been holding it down for a minute now, and I appreciate you guys so much. I want to get into some of these other shootings, but I can't. I just got to go with the top because that's the way I keep it fair. Washington, Virginia. Thank you. I love you so much. I appreciate you guys. Ashburn, Virginia, because Virginia be holding it down too. Thank you. I love you. North Las Vegas, because that's these different parts of Las Vegas. Y'all be playing with them. I love you, babies. Thank you. Norton Shores, Michigan. I see you. I love you. Thank you. Chicago, Illinois. Shout out to the Chi. I love you. Thank you. Boardman, Oregon. Thank you. I love you, babies. Atlanta, Georgia. I see y'all. Y'all been coming up. I don't know. Y'all going to be making it to the top of the list very soon because I see what y'all doing out there. Orange Mills, Maryland, down the street. Hi, babies. Pikesville, Maryland, up the street. Hi, babies. Boulder City, Nevada. I told y'all Nevada be holding it down. All right, let's see if I said it right. Bengaluru, India. Thank you. I love you. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Thank you. I love you. Randallstown, Maryland. Thank you. I love you. Singapore. Thank you. I love you. South Holland. Thank you. I love you. Ohio, Phoenix, Arizona. I love you. Washington, D.C. and New York. I love you. Mumbai. I love you. Reading, Pennsylvania, and we're gonna stop it right there because if I don't, I'll be at this list all day. So I love you guys. And there are many, many more people on this list that I want to send love to, but it's just a long list, and this is an hour show, and we only got 3 minutes left on it. I might go over a couple seconds though. But so that was my listening audience, and it's big love to them. A lot of them, many of them have been with us from day one. So I appreciate them. So I said I had an announcement this evening, and I'm going to give it before I get out of here. And the only way you get it is if you watch the whole podcast. But we are revamping our boutique. Reason being is, I want to sell merch, but I also want to sell clothes that I would wear. So I actually found the right partnership for myself, which is extraordinary, but I partnered with a company. I'm not going to say their names because this is a silent partnership, but I am excited about it because I get to actually, I'm picking the pieces that I want available in my boutique. They provide them to me, and then, we ship them out or whatever, but I am excited about this new, little venture in our life. And I'm still going to be selling the other merchandise as well, but with this particular situation, we will be selling, regular everyday attire. You can wear it, dress up and go out in, or, dress down in, maybe purchase a t-shirt to go with it. We'll be selling kids clothes, so boys, for boys and girls. So I'll be working on that. The domain I haven't decided what I want to do with the domain name yet. So, but I'm going to go ahead and set up the site, and then we're going to figure out what we're going to do with this boutique, and, naming it and all of that good stuff. So I'm excited. It's a new, venture in my life. Now the pieces that I decided that I wanted to sell were, not those of lower expectations. It'll be some really cute pieces, and it'll be some classy pieces and some sophisticated pieces and some mature pieces in there and stuff like that. Things that I would actually wear myself. And so that's in the works. We'll be working on that. Actually, when we start getting everything the way we want it to look and all of that, because I got to work on websites now, that'll be happening within the next month or two. So that's going down. I promise you guys, I will choose exquisite pieces. So that's that. I can't wait. It's just going to be so fun. Anyway, so for right now, we'll be starting with women's clothing and children's clothing, and we will transition into men's clothing a little later on, because with men's clothing is different, and you have to be mindful about what you're trying to put on a man. So that's that. make sure y'all check out my girls kicking it with your. Now, our episode, the episode I on is available. I appreciate them so much for having me. It was a ball. It was a blast. So yeah, eventually I might try to share a clip or two. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. Yeah, casting call. Hold on. Let me just hold on. I gotta do this the right way because otherwise it's gonna get on my nerves. I don't have to keep putting it up on the screen. So give me 1 second, so that way I could just say what I gotta say really quick without any craziness. So yeah, it's a casting call coming tomorrow, and I believe tomorrow. Hold on, don't let me don't quote me on that. Let me get the right information on the screen really quick. It's telling me I should be off of here, but anyway, casting call. Majestic Behavior, they're holding casting calls. Yep, tomorrow from 5 to 6 for a series called Cityfied. And then October the 7th, 5 to 7 as well for a movie they're filming called Smoke. The information is at the bottom, but I'll say it. It's at 1734 Maryland Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21201. Again, the address for the casting call, and you can, DM them for, and I'll provide the information. You can DM them for information, or you can call 814-802-1229 for more information, or you can email them at majesticbehavior@gmail.com. If you are interested in doing movies or anything of that nature, hit them up. They'll be, they are starting. That's a place to start. Now, if you don't know about Majestic Behavior, I'm gonna play. I don't care if I run over tonight. It's my show. I run this piece. They are we've had them on the show a couple of times. We had them talking about this specific movie right here called Number 9. And then they also joined us for a panel of enlightenment. So yeah, holler at them if you want to get into the acting game. How about that? I'll just say that. Now, a few things that I have to say. You want to support the show? You can always hit us with a Cash App, but you don't have to do monetary. You can you can share, and you can subscribe, and it'll be just as good as spending money because the algorithms is crazy, and we need all the support we can get. So that's how you can support the show if you want to support the show. And that's that. What else we got going on? It's like, no. You want to be on the show, hit us up, ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Again, ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. We're transitioning to some things, so just work with us. Everything is alleged on this podcast. We don't know. We weren't there. So I like to drop that as well to just let y'all know. We don't know. I didn't even put this up today, but you can call into the show, text the show. The numbers are scrolling below. You can call, text, and if you call call, I'm not answering unless it's the show time. But if you text, I will read your text message on the show. If you leave a comment, I'm definitely posting your comment on the show. And that's that. But that's how you get out with us. And if you hit the link, then you're gonna be on the show. So holla at us. Any music that I play, even though I didn't play any music today, I have permission to play. I wouldn't play it if I didn't. Again, remember to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need all the love, the free love, the monetary love. We need it all. So holla at us, show us some love. Check out our website, www.ambitiouslyentertainment.com. www.ambitiouslyentertainment.com. Yeah, holla at us. And like I said, you can drop a Cash App. And this podcast is on all streaming sites. So if you couldn't check the whole show, you can go back and download it later and listen. There's something for everybody on there. You might not like some of my commentary or, some of my subject matter, but another show you might find, because I like to call this a variety show. We do some of this, some of that. It's a variety of things that we talk about here. So it's something on there for everybody. Go check out our podcast on all streaming sites: Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon. I don't care. It's everywhere. Just check it out. So, yeah. I said a lot, didn't I? I know. It makes me say a lot. I have a lot to say, man. All right, so y'all, it's time for me to get out of here. I gotta go get my daughter ready for school tomorrow because she has school tomorrow. First thing I'll say is mind your motherfucking business. Everybody's business is not your business. Let me tell you, come here to this show, listen to this show, and I will tell you other people's business. That's what I do because we're nosy over here. But mind your business. That's a safer way to do things. Let me tell you other people's business and keep yourself out of harm's way because people crazy out here. Secondly, love your kids, hug your kids, tell your kids how amazing they are, empower them to be the greatest them. They need that right now more than anything. So if they want to, like I said, if they want to work for NASCAR, tell them to be the damn best race car driver they could be. They want to be an astronaut, baby. You go up there and you see them stars and you be the best astronaut you could be. But the point is love your children, encourage them. And last but not least, stay in your motherfucking lane. I'm trying to tell y'all, being in other people's lanes is dangerous. Stay in your lane. Because you jump in my lane, you get her. Yeah, you want to get her. Pretty much. You are. And you don't want her. You don't want her. You want her. This one right here is cute and cuddly. Listen. And adorable. So stay in your lane. When you cross lanes, what usually happens is you get into a collision. Who needs that? Nobody needs that. So stay in your lane. Your lane over there, my lane over here. Stay over there in your lane, and I'm going to stay in mine over here. And that is that. With that being said, I love you guys. You guys are extraordinary. Those who show up and watch this show, thank you for the support. Those who believe that it's going to be something special as it grows, thank you. I love your support. You guys are amazing. Those who support me outside of what you know what I mean? Like, I got support from other people, like my content producer from Mondays, Reese Jordan. Big love to Reese. I love her. Like Mr. J. Funk Carter. He hold it down for this podcast as well, and I appreciate him as well, too. You'll see it in the closing credits. But with that said, I got to go. Bye, y'all. I love y'all. Bye.